Welcome back to Matt's next game of Jeopardy for the Sega CD, and so far, Sega CD, and so far, Matt's in the lead with $2,400. With Cindy, we haven't heard from her, and Kathy with $500. And so far, did you guys find the Daily Double while I was gone?
We did not.
Okay, so we haven't found the Daily Double yet. But right now we're in the calendar of 1959, but the last answer was, during the last part was Fidel Castro for $100. So is it going to be another game win? Let's find out, and we're going to plus both Burt and Mercer down the toilet.
Okay, thank you, Ben. And so far it has been a good game. I've gotten off to a very good start. We have yet to hear from Cindy. I have to leave with 2,400, as he said. And I'm going to give Corey the next selection. First lady says 500. 1959 is just... Okay. Going to 1959 for $200.
For $200.
Earl Long, the governor of this state, got out of a mental hospital by firing a couple of officials. Earl Long, L-O-N-G. Governor of this state. What is Louisiana? A reminder, we are... Yep. It is.
Right.
It is indeed Louisiana. And we are using Google for this, but then again, it is my video. We can do what we want. 1959 for $3.
For $300.
Baldwin the First, the 28-year-old king of this country, visited the U.S. on a goodwill tour.
Contestant number
and that's spelled B-A-U-D-O-U-I-N, the first. What is Belgium? I realize I'm spelling it wrong. There we go.
Yes. Select again.
It is Belgium. $1959 for $400.
For $400. Here is the clue.
The headline on Times article about the Clutter family murder. Capote used it as the title of his book.
Contestant number 1.
That's what I was thinking. What is in cold blood? It is in cold blood. Way to go, Aubrey. And just for that, I'll give you the next selection.
1959 for $500.
For $500.
The only New York City building designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It opened officially after his death. Oh.
Contestant number 2.
Well, I got beaten anyway. And that was by Cindy, but she has no clue what it is.
Oh, sorry. That's not right.
The only New York City building built by Frank Lloyd Wright?
Designed by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Contestant number 1.
The Empire State Building. Okay, I'm looking at it. For the train tower. It is the Guggenheim Museum. No. That is the Guggenheim Museum. Constantly approaching and encroaching on the pole position. The punt game with Andy Lee is a big part of it as well. They've got all the elements for that type of thing.
The Guggenheim Museum?
Yes.
What is the Guggenheim Museum? Yes.
Yes. Select again.
That's right. Okay, let's see if the Daily Double was in First Ladies for $500.
For $500.
It was not. Nope. Knowing what life was, what the soldier was like, she was against her daughter's marriage to Lieutenant Jefferson Davis. Oh.
Contestant number 2.
Shoot, that was Cindy. Mrs. Margaret Taylor.
again, I think this is just
Correct.
hand-fighting that's going on, but the fact that the hand moves all the way across the body, the official will tell you that that's an arm bar and that's going to get called.
World Literature 100.
$100.
A scientist who escaped the clutches of Captain Nemo narrates this 1870 tale by Jules Verne.
Contestant number 1.
Underneath the sea.
Under the sea, yeah.
Under the sea.
You're leading 23-0, but here you bring in Sopolaka, a defensive tackle, a nose tackle into your backfield. I know they've done it before, so it's not like they're trying something they've never done before, but you brought up earlier in the game, there were times when they had the ball deep.
What is 20,000 leagues under the sea?
Well, I will say this, because we asked them about this on Friday, and if this game continues on the way it's going, and obviously now that becomes...
Oh, sorry. That's not right.
The bigger picture of home field advantage, chasing the Packers, maybe it comes down to, they could get the number 1 seed, or it's the number 2 seed.
Something is...
Contestant number 2.
Something doesn't look right.
It hasn't been tested with the likes of the Green Bay, the New Orleans, a team that you may have to keep up and attract people a little bit more. They need to develop that aspect.
Well, that's exactly what I said, and it's not accepting her answer.
Spreading it out, doing a little bit more, and some of the things that...
Sorry, incorrect. Anyone else?
They can't do them. He just hasn't had to do them yet. They need to
Or maybe
develop that
what,
aspect
10,000
of the game. This is
leagues
part of it
under
to a
the
certain
sea.
degree. But you're right. They could be a lot simpler and go ahead and put this thing away.
Very strange.
Also belong in the backfield this time.
That is strange. We said 20,000 leagues under the sea exactly like that.
Should be a live ball.
I don't know why they didn't accept it.
They are.
That is strange. Mythological operas for 300. Written in 1600, the earliest opera that has survived is about this wife of Orpheus.
Contestant number 1.
Backwards unless the ball got tipped. That should have been a fumble, not a pass.
Okay.
Watch where the ball comes out.
Who is Eurydice?
Call that an incomplete or not. It's going backwards. And that's what Ken Wisenhunt is arguing right here. That ball should come back.
Yep, Eurydice.
Good job.
And that's challenging the call on the field. Ken Wisenhunt.
Mythical operas for 400.
For $400.
Henry Purcell's opera Dido and Aeneas is based on Book 4 of this.
Contestant number 1.
It's based on what?
Is based on Book 4 of this.
Doesn't matter. That's the point I'm making here is that whether you say that was a full action, it's not, okay, it's a fumble. If it is an action, that's a backward pass.
The Aeneid. Oh.
Coming back in terms of
Aeneid, yeah.
We'll see where it goes out of bounds here. You see
By Virgil.
14.
Aeneid.
Go out of bounds way about the
Yes.
25.
Select again.
I think that's what Ken Wisenhunt is saying. Move this thing back to the 25. I can get them just to settle for another.
Opera's 500.
For $500.
After the death of her father, Agamemnon is avenged. This heroine dances wildly, then drops dead. Oh.
Contestant number 3.
I got beaten.
It's not common, but that'll be.
Electra.
Correct.
Common Electra. Hold up.
Mythological opera for 100. This big wooden object is dragged inside the city walls in Act 1 of the capture of Troy.
Contestant number 1.
Big wooden object is dragged inside the city walls in Act 1 of the capture of Troy.
Trojan board.
You sure?
It's a big one object, a door, a toy. And there's a lot.
Oh, of course. Yep, the Trojan horse is correct.
Yes. That's correct.
I'm looking up that, but I'm like, trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. Now we're just waiting on Corey to contribute. Actually, I think he has already. So I'll just let that go. World literature, let's go for 500.
For $500.
The Legend of the Knight of the Red Cross is the first book of this epic poem by Edmund Spenser.
Contestant number 1.
Epic poem by Edmund Spenser. Okay. I'm looking that up. It is... Can you say the full one more time, please?
The Legend of the Knight of the Red Cross is the first book of this epic poem by Edmund Spenser.
Lock in your savings for life.
Okay.
Well, it is a fairy queen.
In the military, things can change.
Yeah.
Personal life is just the same. Just like you protect your country, you want your family. That's why thousands of military members trust Navy Mutual Life Insurance. Navy Mutual is non-profit.
Yes. Select again.
Navy, Marine, and Coast Guard families. Affordable insurance. No commissions and no military service restrictions.
World literature 400.
For $400.
Navy Mutual.
Language in which Oscar Wilde originally wrote Salome.
Contestant number 1.
Originally wrote...
Salome in S-A-L-O-M-E.
Okay. He originally wrote it in French.
Yes, he did.
Mystery Drive sales event for up to $2,500 credit for the New
300.
Always on for
Daily double!
service for only
How much do we have?
Price for life.
It's the Daily Double.
Free installation. Call 640.
We have 5,400.
Hawaiian Telecom. Always
How
on.
much would you like to bet?
For real.
Because
Yeah, that's what
better than
Google
one.
Okay. In Jane Austen's classical novel of two sisters, Eleanor represents sense and Marianne this. Sensibility.
Oh, that was an easy one.
What is sensibility? 10,800. Literature for 200.
For $200. Answer.
Shortly after its Candide was published in Geneva, it was condemned by the city council.
Contestant number 1.
Who was Voltaire.
Yeah.
Joe Staley down in the end zone, even if they
Yes. That's correct.
Okay. Now the last scoop for 200 in
For
mythological
$200.
operas.
Here is the clue.
Rameau's opera about Castor and this brother has been called his masterpiece. Pollux.
Contestant number 1.
What is Pollux? Or who is Pollux?
Right.
Well, Joe playing in his second game this year. This is the third.
So that concludes the Jeopardy round, and it's now time for Double Jeopardy.
Now for the Double Jeopardy round. With 2 daily doubles somewhere on the board. In these categories.
And our categories are Science, Indiana,
Just an easy, quick outlet pass from Bartel.
Nicknames,
Tackle there.
the Bible,
Those questions, Brad.
Landmarks, and some awards.
Contestant number 2.
And Cindy will get to start after this.